For the latest film interviews, reviews, and everything making news in pop culture, subscribe to Film Companion now.
Chellam Sir, Umayal and Muthu Pandian. I'm sorry, I can't help but refer to you by your character names from Family Man Season 2. But Uday Mahesh Sir, Ravindra Vijay and Devadarshini, welcome to Spill the Tea. Yeptil Kingo.
Oh, wow.
Good.
That's cool.
Yenakku konja Tamil theriyum, so I just want to put it out there that we should feel absolutely comfortable to speak in whatever language you wish to for the rest of this chat.
Okay.
But first things first, what have the past 10 days been like for each of you? Is there an anecdote that can sum it up for you? What's it been like?
It's
You have
been
to ask.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's been incredible. And this, I mean, I did know that there's going to be amazing response, but this is over the top. So it's like, it feels like a dream come true. Whoa, Chellam Sir.
Yeah.
I don't know
See-
if it's like that for Umayal. I don't know how it's for Chellam Sir. Should be like,
See, I actually never expected this kind of hype and this kind of a response for my character. The entire show was so good and the entire Family Man too, like super hit. But yeah, I'm enjoying that the success. Yeah, like everybody else, the success of the show is overwhelming. Like.
No, but talk to me a little bit about what it's like to. I know you're in some form of lockdown, but when you step out, what are the responses? Ravi, what about you? Has something changed?
So first of all, as I told you earlier, I'm still jinxed at the 8th episode. I have not
I
been
can't believe it. Who stops at number 8?
how can you
not
do that?
once, not twice, but thrice. So jinxed at number 8. How is it while stepping out? I'm fully masked and with a face shield. It's been fun. The phone has not stopped ringing, as they say. So
And every time I call Ravi, he's like, I'm in this interview, I'm in that interview, I'm in a live. He seems to be like one of the busiest men out there.
But I want to talk a little bit about how each of you landed the roles, because honestly, I can't imagine anyone else playing the characters but the three of you. So talk to me a little bit. Is it true, Uday sir, that you actually interviewed for another role in Family Man?
Yeah. Actually, I was auditioned for Deepan's role. When Mukesh Avra team came to Chennai, they called me for an audition. I gave an audition for Deepan's role. And for 2 months, I didn't get any response. So I thought they finalized somebody else. Then suddenly, overnight, I got a call and, they briefed me about this Chellam role. So anyway, my intention is I want to be part of Family Man too, because I loved Family Man first part also. So I immediately said yes. So that's how I got this Chellam's character.
But how did they brief you? What was your brief? Does Chellam
Nothing
sir
actually.
give a brief?
After over the phone, they did this is a small role. Actually, it's about a spy who helps out the hero. Then later on, I met Raj and JK on the sets only. In fact, first day I met only Raj when they were shooting in Chennai. That temple sequence, you must be knowing.
Yeah.
So Raj gave me a 30 minutes brief of what is my character is like. You are a retired agent and you know everything. You are giving tips to Shrikant Tiwari. And he told me you're going to use multiple phones. And he improvised on the shoot about this SIM card, throwing the SIM card and everything. So it was fun shooting. So that's all I know about it actually.
Right. So I think the smallest role became the biggest role in Family Man.
All credit goes to the writer and Rajan Tikka. That's what I say. Even my humble opinion is whoever would have played that role would have been a hit actually, because the character is like that.
No, I beg to differ. You have made Chellam Sir your own 100%. What about the rest of you? How did you land the role?
Wait, I think my name was put forth by. Am I right?
I mean, Suman had you in mind for the longest time. So the background is the backdrop is I helped with the Chennai auditions of it. So the casting person was Jimesh from Mukesh Chabra Casting Company, and I was providing them contact information of actors, suggesting who could we approach, who can we try for what role. So that's the backdrop. So I remember seeing Uday Sir when
Ravi, yeah, I know, remember meeting him there, like,
auditions.
Yeah, true, right. I can recollect now that.
Should we all say thank you to Ravi now for this stellar cast?
Thanks, Ravi.
Add on here. First time Jimesh called me and he said he speaks very fast, just like Mukesh Chabra. Okay, so ma'am, I'm Jimesh. I'm calling from Mukesh Chabra casting agency. There is one new series, the season 2 of Family Man with Manoj Bajpayee. Are you interested in working in it? I'm like, okay, somebody's playing a prank. Because, we never get a call from a Bombay casting agency for an OTT or a film. So I was like, okay, I'll get back, because my daughter's friends, sometimes they play pranks on me. So I just dismissed the whole thing. And then after a day again, I got a call, and then I knew, oh, okay, this guy is not going to let go of me. And I told my husband, okay, somebody's playing the fool with me. They're saying this. And he said, please, Mukesh Chabra casting agency is like huge.
Legend.
Because season 1 had not yet streamed at that point. So I thought, like, he's telling me there is going to be Family Man season 1 with Manoj Bajpayee sir, and he's asking me, are you interested in doing it? I'm like, I smelt a con. Who would not be interested? So then I called him back, and then they came home for auditions, and then it happened.
Wow. And what about you?
So
did you cast yourself?
Well, I think I must have done an inception on Suman over the decade and a half that I've known him. Close to that, yeah. So he was writing Family Man 1, and well, I've heard of Raj and DK, I've watched their movies, and he was very excited writing Family Man 1. And then somewhere we were having a conversation, and he said, oh, so there's going to be Family Man 2. I have a role. I want you to go try for it. Well, friends always say this, hey, we're going to work together. We're going to do this. I have this character in mind for you. Well, I've been around for some time to know that, if it works out, it works out, or else
one more audition.
And then I auditioned for it while helping out others with the auditions. I also auditioned for it. They liked it. And I guess Suman also might have had a role to play in it, might have had a role. If he's listening to this, he might get back to me with some of the choicest words. But so that's how it is.
Nice. Being from South India myself, it really does feel so wonderful to see representation at such a large scale in such a big budget show. What is it that you guys were mindful of? Because you each have your own fan base to cater to as well. So what were you mindful of when it came to representation of a community?
For me, at no point should it become a caricature. I don't think that was the scope or that was the intention of the directors or the writers at all. But there's always an apprehension with which you approach. Once the word Bombay drops in and you're like, hey, are there going to be certain stereotypes? It's there in the back of your head, despite the fact that you know the writers, you know the kind of filmmaking that Raj and DK do and their kind of vocabulary and language. So to treat it with respect and dignity, and also not overdo the pushback, in the sense to treat the other also with respect. In this case, the character that JK and Muthu, it's not to demean JK so much that it kind of fires back, but to play that balance. Hey, boss, I have my place. Respect mine, please. I respect yours. And let's meet midway. I guess this is a part of a much larger ongoing conversation in our country. So
which I think a show like this does start in the right direction, which is why it's so important as well.
Muthu's mindset, Ravi's mindset actually reflected in Muthu, I think. No, it's kind of like he comes back there, right? And for me, basically, I was very glad that it's a pan-India show, and every South character they were picking from the South. So when I went in to meet Suman is when I met the other cast from Chennai or down south. So, I was really glad and thrilled that they were going for authentic casting. And earlier I've seen South being represented in the caricature form. So this felt really good.
While we're on the topic, why don't you tell me about what it is about the South that somehow the rest of India just doesn't get? What is a myth that you'd like to bust on the show?
It usually starts with the line in Bombay. ये जो South में है ना आप लोग
South में.
South.
I think it's there for every region, no? Like sometimes we also say North. I mean, North is just not North. It's diverse. So I guess area to area, state to state.
And being worked in Bollywood, I know that the South is like common representative of 4 states actually. Even they call Telugu people Madraasi, Malu people Madraasi, and that was a myth was there for so long actually. Then I used to clarify them. Yeah, this is Tamil. Yeah, this is not Telugu. Telugu is Andhra Pradesh. That's Hyderabad. So that myth was there. South means South. Ek Madrasi. Even I've seen a lot of interviews of actors, old 80s actors representing. I worked with Telugu director K. Balachandran Desi, Tamil director Ramarao Desi. So this is that confusion that myth was there. I think slowly the ice is breaking now.
That is true. That is true. Do we want to set the record straight and tell everyone how sambar is actually pronounced?
Yeah, he touched most of these areas via Muthu.
And via Muthu, that Madhuvara was nice.
Yeah. The other thing we have to talk about are the viral memes. You know that Chellam Sir has arrived when he became a meme. What does it feel like to be a meme?
Initially, I was the moment I started getting all those memes, my friends started forwarding it. My initial reaction was, oh, okay, people are making fun of me. And I enjoyed it also, because being part of meme, it's become a culture now. So I said, I'm also part of this meme culture now. Then later on, I realized, become a little serious. Okay, people really like my character. That's good. That was my reaction.
Trending.
You are trending. You are viral in the true sense of the word. Chellam Sir is viral. People are talking about a spin-off Chellam Sir series as well. But do you have a favorite meme?
That one which replaced Google.
I think it's a good time. I'm going to pull up some of the memes here, and it'll be fun to have you react to it. Have you seen the one by the Mumbai police?
Yeah, that actually I really respect because this is for a seriously good cause.
Then, of course, the classic. Have you seen this?
This one, this one I'm seeing for the first time.
It says, "Mere paas."
अच्छा मेरे पास घर है गाड़ी है वो अच्छा दीवार का डायलॉग दीवार okay this I'm seeing it for the first time. Wonderful.
Yeah.
This I've seen UP police again. This is the first one I saw. I realized okay, they're taking Chellam seriously also.
The only 2 people in India who are most loved right now.
This I won't accept because Sonu Sood is doing a wonderful job. He's such a great human being. I salute him because the one meme which I don't accept.
Rejected by Chellam Sir.
Yes.
Me asking Chellam Sir, when should I get a girlfriend? Can you give us your dialogue?
This particular meme comes to my inbox also. They are now they're asking weird questions now.
Of course.
This Google Chellam, Wikipedia Chellam, so many things are coming.
So you've clearly been used by Information and Broadcasting and
Ministry.
UP Police and Mumbai Police and the works. But yeah, man, it really doesn't end. But that is the magic of Chellam Sir.
Because
I want to.
after
Sorry, you were
Kattappa,
saying.
it's Chellam, no?
Yeah.
Oh, no. See, please. This is,
No,
Devadarshini, you are sounding like creating another meme.
Really, I can't find my Bluetooth. Please help me, Chellam sir.
I think your daughter is stealing, she's taking it from you again.
Okay, I'll check.
No.
Chellam can't be wrong.
but since Chellam Sir does know everything, do you want to once and for all rest the question of at least Lonavla mein kya hua? What is your opinion?
Yesterday, I was speaking to Suman. I asked him the same question. He himself doesn't know.
Oh, my.
I want to come to you, Devdarshini. I don't know whether you're going to be in season 3, and we really, really hope that you will. But can you give us some closure, at least what is in your head as to what happens between JK and Umayal? There was something so sweet there, and I feel like we deserve to know.
Just call him JK.
Okay, JK sir.
Just JK.
Yeah, there could have been a little more closure for what's happening between them. We did have a small scene, right, Ravi? But it was deleted, I guess.
Tell us all.
Towards the end. It was a small scene, just a light scene, but it was deleted. So, keeping fingers crossed.
You're not going to tell us about the deleted snippet.
I don't know whether I can speak about it.
Yeah, but I want to ask each of you. You've obviously all been working for so many years to build the filmography that you have across various forms of entertainment. What changes when a show like The Family Man comes in? What changes with the graph of your career and where you were heading, where you were hoping to go? What really happens when a big show like this comes along the way?
For me, it's like two-dimensional because one is it's a huge platform, right? Because it's Bollywood and it's OTT. And I did know that the response will be good, but this is overwhelming. So I'm just taking it all in and like just loving the space right now. So not thinking where it's going right now. I'm just liking what's happening right now. And the other dimension is the kind of character that I played. Umayal is something that I've not done in a long time. I think in the beginning of my career, I did all those cop and like adventurous characters, and then then it was the sweeter and funnier, and my graph changed. So it's like for me, I'm looking at these two dimensions. So it's huge, and it's given another perspective, like in another genre, something that I've not done in a very long time. So both are exciting. So let me see where it goes.
My filmography is not huge, so I've done a few Tamil movies and been a part of a bunch of Telugu movies, but I've been doing theater for quite some time. And it's obviously exploded. Now the face is plastered across. Not Chellam Sir level memes, but fair. At least the 10th of it. So, well, it's exploded at a national level. That's definitely a lot of recognition, and also it's become a very recognizable character. It's a voice of a lot of people from the south. So
that's a big deal.
Yeah, in a way, but I don't want to claim that. But it's there. It's somewhere building up. It was a much needed voice, I feel. That apart, yes, hopefully more work in Hindi, and let's see what else lies on the other side of Family Man.
And you speak fluent Hindi as well. So
for Muthu, I had to work down my Hindi majorly, and even my Hindi personally, I have a lot of issues with the genders in Hindi.
Yeah.
Where do I put ka? Where do I put ki? What gender does a table belong to? What gender does a bottle belong? I don't know. So I use that a little more with Muthu. And as Muthu also, there was a transition between Tamil, Hindi, and English, and constantly this game. So I enjoyed doing that to not make it seem too apparent. and just smoothly flow from one language to the other. That was the attempt. Let's see. I was telling this at a meeting earlier that hopefully Family Man will pave the way for some truly multilingual work in the future, more such multilingual works at various levels, say between states, across the national level, and I guess the possibilities are immense.
No, absolutely. I can see you slip rather effortlessly into a big Bollywood project as well. Ek audition ho jaye.
Are you seeing me slipping into it? Thank you.
Cool.
But the show was shot in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, pre-pandemic, and it came out 2 years later. Were you guys aware of the kind of gold that you were sitting on? And did this in some way influence the roles that you accepted or rejected in the last 2 years because you knew that something big was coming? Does that happen with actors?
I think, as some friend of mine said, whose daughter's birthday was coming up, she just deducted 1 year. She said, I refuse to count that. I think that holds true for most of us. Sorry.
Actually, for the past 2 years, no much work was happening because of the pandemic. So basically, so nothing was coming up. So, and Family Man, yeah, it's expected a big opening with that, and it happened.
You don't know how big it is. Because for me personally, I played a character. At least Muthu is like almost like another hero in Family Man. He's like from frame 1 to frame end, right? So I won't be surprised if like you're on the poster alongside with Manoj sir with a pistol in your hand. So, but for me, I played. I knew that I was there for 3 episodes, so I really didn't know how huge this could be for me. So, yeah. I just went with bird in hand. So yeah. Henceforth,
And
yes, I know what it is, and like I'll take it slow.
And I think Chellam Sir is a great example about how there are no small roles, right? Was it 4 scenes? And now they're talking about a spin-off series. Would you be game for a spin-off series on Chellam Sir?
So do we know Chellam Sir? We know him so that we are there part of the spin-off. So like that's great.
To that point. Yeah, I know Umayal and I know Muthu.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Everything, no?
Oh God. And before I let you guys go, because I know we have some very busy people on this panel who go into other interviews. It is the life of an in-demand actor. Will you leave us with your favorite dialogues of your character in character?
Stop wasting the water.
Yeah, that was like epic.
What about you, Ravi? Do you have a favorite dialogue?
Konsa South Indian.
I guess I'll go with okay, JK sir.
Thank you guys so much. It is so nice to be able to get the 3 of you together to just tell you how much we have enjoyed your performances in season 2 of The Family Man. You really elevated the show at so many levels. Thank you for chatting with me and being on Film Companion.
Okay. Pleasure, Sneha. It was a great experience. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
If you like this show, please subscribe to Film Companion.